this. All right, nice little group. Nice little group. Oh, I just lost somebody. I can't do that. All right, I gained somebody else. Interesting. Anybody have questions from homework stuff? Or I never think to look at the camera. It's just so weird. I'll look at you guys, not at the camera. I'm sorry. Stare into your soul. Anybody questions from homework stuff? I'm almost certain there has to be, because again, they get really strange. Have you guys started chapter 4 yet? Anybody questions from your quizzes? I graded the quizzes. Oh, did I give you a place to turn in chapter 4 yet? Let me do that. I don't think I did. I'm gonna let you guys think. You guys come up with some questions out there. I'm gonna give you a place to turn in chapter 4. Oh shit, it's gonna do everything in it. Yes, it did.
I turned in some corrections over the weekend.
Cool.
So yeah, that's definitely a good thing. And we can ask questions about like this last quiz because you already graded it, right?
Of course.
Yeah, and honestly, I just like had such a blockage. So, and like I'm pretty sure this question is probably a lot easier, but like I was wondering if you could go over like question 5, the last one. It's probably so much easier, but my brain was just I just had a blockage.
All right, give me a second here. Where is it? Okay, I haven't gotten due dates on those yet, but that'll be all right. Let me look this up here. Boop. Number 5.
Yeah, like I said, it was probably just a blockage. Like it's probably so much easier than it really is.
All right, let's see. Oh shit. Can I just please? There we go. So many buttons to push nowadays. So everybody's number 5 had a lemonade stand, right?
Yeah, it was a lemonade.
Huh?
Yeah, it was about the lemonade stand.
Lemonade stand, that's right. And then you guys, depending on your version of the quiz, you had 2 people. One of them made more money than the other one. Yeah. The mistake a lot of people were making, well, some people didn't use any algebra at all. That's bad because we're in algebra class. So yeah, if you're in learning to drive a car class, you probably need to use a car, right? So let me see here. Oh, let me make this all about me too. Why can't I move this screen? Okay, you stay there then. All right. Bam. It's all about me. Bam. Okay. Why does it look so dark? I don't know. All right. So let's say that Billy, Bobby have some rocks. Right? They have some rocks. Billy and Bobby have some rocks. This is going to be a bad day for the neighborhood. I don't know what Billy and Bobby are going to do with these rocks. Billy has 5 more than twice as many rocks as Bobby. Good Lord, does anybody, come on, one of you has to work. Together they have, ooh, there we go. All right, let me think, I gotta make it work. They have 17 rocks. All right, everybody with me so far? Now, the thing is, we're all novice word problem solvers. So normally when you're in that state, you're going to get a word problem given to you that you can solve without algebra. I don't give a shit, right? So you have to use algebra. We're in algebra class. Are you guys with me? So several people tried to figure this out without using algebra. Maybe one person was able to do it, but you should be able to do it. You should be able to guess it. So in a few people's papers, I put, this is not guess and check class. You don't guess and check because the answer could be something weird. So don't guess and check. That's not always going to get you there. All right. Is everybody with me so far? Does everybody understand the basic idea of this problem?
Yeah.
Do you guys understand that this exactly relates to the problem that you all got number 5 on the quiz?
Yes.
Yes.
It wasn't about rocks on the quiz. It was about money, but who gives a shit? It's the same thing. Now, some of you guys decided to skip the first step, which is always bad. So what I got a lot of was, look at this, 5 more than twice. Oh, okay, 2x plus 5, and there's a 17. And let me solve this, and let me pray that means something. And it doesn't mean anything. How many people are represented in this equation? I don't know. I just saw 5 more than twice and wrote an equation. That's what I'm supposed to do, right, Jeff? No.
Only represented one person.
It's yes, true. It represented Billy. So you didn't do good. So let's see. Do not skip the step. I got Bobby. So I got the number of rocks for Bobby and for Billy. First step is, which one is just a letter? Which one is just X?
Bobby,
And why Bobby?
because you don't really have like an answer for Bobby. Billy has 5 more than twice as many as he does.
So does everybody see you have to know how much Bobby has first, because then you can figure out how many Billy has. If Bobby's got 10, then Billy's got 5 more than twice 10, Billy's got 25, right? Which is obviously not the right answer, but it's just an example of the relationship. Do you guys understand so far? Who are the players? Which one is just X or whatever letter you want to use? And then now I can write, how many does Billy have? Five more than twice Bobby. What's 5 more than twice this? What's twice this?
2x?
2x. And what's 5 more than that?
+5.
Now, I did have some people do this. No. Where does it say Bobby has twice as many as anybody? And if I write this, does Billy have 5 more than twice this one? No. Do you guys? So you can't. All right. You need to understand. Does this capture what this tells me? Yeah, Billy has 5 more than twice Bobby. Bam. It captures what the problem tells me. I have to be able to see that relationship here. If I put this here, nope. This is 5 more than Bobby, not 5 more than twice Bobby. So don't put a 2. There's no reason for that. Now, how do I make the equation? Somebody else tell me. What do I do with these 2 things?
You add them
Yes, together. Bobby
to get 17.
and Billy. Jeff, you can get it. There you go, buddy. There's one person and there's the other person to get 17. I need you to get over this hump of Jeff does shit with variables and numbers and but no, you can actually see this person together with this person has 17. I mean, you can see it. You can see the physical situation in the equation. So when you write this, one person has 17 rocks. Nobody said that. Nobody said one person has 17 rocks. 2 people together have 17 rocks. And then you got 3x, subtract the 5, and now it's the boring part, right? Now it's x is 4. Don't circle that and keep going. What's that mean? What does that answer mean?
How many
Has
rocks?
4 rocks.
Who has 4 rocks?
Bobby,
Bobby, because you were smart and you did this. So you know that x is Bobby. So Bobby has 4 rocks. So how many rocks does Billy have?
13.
Yeah, 13. And then how do you check? Well, how many rocks do they have together?
17.
17. All right. Yeah. Okay. So number 5, I just did number 5 for you. Right? Replace rocks with money. Replace Billy and Bobby with whoever the hell you had in your problem. It's the same problem.
Okay, I think I probably understood the problem, the actual problem, probably a lot better because I remember kind of like making it out to be like that. I probably still screwed up at the end, but at least I understand a lot better now because I'm like, I understand what it's asking, but I was like, something. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. So like because I knew like it was algebraic and stuff like.
Yeah.
I knew it was like x plus 2x plus whatever it was equals blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, it's an algebraic equation. But then like, I think it was just maybe something a little bit went wrong, but I think I understand better. Thank you.
So it sounds more like a lack of complete confidence. So you kind of second guess yourself in the middle of the problem.
Also, I'm not gonna, well, to be fair, I probably shouldn't blame it on the Johnson & Johnson. I have mental blockages all the time, but still I was just like, but yet again, I did other math homework too, and I was perfectly fine doing that. So let's not blame that.
So there's that fine line between making a simple mistake in the middle of something
Yeah.
and not understanding an entire concept. So
Yeah. I think it was just like me reading until maybe a little bit too much and just being, oh my God, like one of those little moments. Like, I'm like, I think I'm getting this right, but I'm like, maybe I wasn't trusting the answer I got. Like, I don't even remember it. I'd have to like go back and look at it. But
there's a lot of opportunities to second guess ourselves, for damn sure. All right, guys. Anything else from the quiz, from homework? Where am I up to? I'm up to 14. I'm not quite halfway with people yet. We have 29 people left in this class. And I'm glad that 14 of you are here. Thank you. No other questions from anything? All right. So I did create a place for you to turn in chapter 4 homework. I haven't put due dates on there yet because I need to figure out when that quiz is going to be. Because on the, I just really remembered that on the homework sheet, I've got to be announced. So now I got to figure out what the hell to announce. So I'll figure that out. But at least you have somewhere to turn it in as you get done with it. Let's take a look at what we have done. I can't remember which monitor I can do this on. I think it's the other way around, Jeff. All right. Get up there. All right. All right. If nobody has any other questions, we basically finished section 4.2. We talked about Pythagorean theorem, right? Which I think a lot of you came into this class knowing something about the Pythagorean theorem. We talked about the distance formula, right? Which is this beautiful thing. Where are you? Where are you, beautiful thing? I don't know where you are. Yeah, give it, Jeff. Where'd the distance formula go? Is the distance formula? I don't know. All right. We did talk about the distance formula though, didn't we? I thought for sure we did. All right. There it is. Yay. And it's built off of Pythagorean theorem because if I have 2 points and I want to know how far apart they are, I've got a triangle. I've got where that distance is the hypotenuse. Oh, shit. So obviously Pythagorean theorem comes into place. That equation, this equation right here, is Pythagorean theorem. It just looks worse because there's 2 points that I have to shove in there. Okay. Maybe. All right, let's try this out. Let's do this problem. Okay. Come on, Jeff. So they got a grid at a crime scene. 2 shell casings are found, one at the coordinate 312. Let's see if I picked the right thing here. Let's see. I did. Yay. and another at the coordinates -5, 6. Oh, this is even better. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this shit. All right. So guys, there's one little extra thing they threw in this problem. Can anyone see the extra thing on top of just finding the distance? They threw an extra little thing in this problem. Here, give me a second. I'm sorry. Let me mute my email so it doesn't freak me out. Okay. Where'd you guys go? There you go. Anybody with me out there?
Yes.
Yes?
3 feet.
Yes. So the extra little thing is each square represents 3 feet. All right. So each, if things are 1 unit apart on the grid, that means in reality they're 3 feet apart. So that's going to be an extra thing we're going to do at the end. Now let me write down the formulae. Now, you guys look at that, and I have no idea what you think when you look at that. It's just a bunch of math symbols all smushed together. What I see when I look at that is a triangle. I see a triangle and I see sides. And that's because I'm a weird person. But if I have 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, and I want to know how far apart they are, if I knew what this was and I knew what that was, that's just Pythagorean theorem, right? We talked about this last time. So how long is this? It would be the difference in the y's. How long is this? It would be the difference in the x's. You guys with me at all? No? If this is at 7 and this is at 5, well, how long is this? How long is this?
2.
If this 2, yeah. If that y is 7 and that y is 5, this is obviously 2 apart. You did y, one of the y's minus the other y. I really want you guys with me. So wouldn't this be, if I say this is A, this is B, this is D, just to be different, wouldn't this be D squared equals A squared plus B squared? So wouldn't this be D equals the square root? So pretty cool that I just did there. Isn't this the Pythagorean theorem? And then I just took a square root. And what is A? It's the difference in the x's. And I actually got this backwards, don't I? It doesn't matter. What's B? It's the difference in the y's. Okay. I desperately, one mistake students make is they think that every equation and idea is a separate thing in itself that requires its own memorization. And how the shit does anyone do all this math? You have to memorize everything. No. So many things are just this other thing. So I don't have to memorize a billion things. All right. So how am I going to do this? So I've got my 2 points. Right. So can somebody tell me what's going to go in here?
-5 minus 3.
Sure. -5 minus 3. You just got to take the difference between this and this, the difference in the x's. And now somebody else tell me what goes in here.
612.
Wait, 612? Like a time?
No, 6 minus 12.
Okay, that's better. And it really doesn't matter if you do 12 minus 6 or 6 minus 12 because I'm going to square it. So this is one situation where it doesn't really matter which order they're in, because when I square it, it's going to take the negative away. And that's another mistake people make on this. What do I get in here? What's this? What's that? What's in there? What's in this? What's this? What's -5 minus 3?
-8.
Thank you. And what's -8 squared?
Positive 64.
Positive 64. Thank you. What's in here? Somebody else. What's this? What's 6 minus 12?
-6.
-6. And what's -6 squared?
36.
36. And what is 64 plus 36? 100. And what's the square root of 100? You could do it.
50.
No, it doesn't cut it in half additively.
10.
10. There we go.
Ah,
Let me complete this thought. You ready? Square roots are about cutting things in half, but they're about cutting things in half multiplicatively. We already have something that cuts this in half additively. You've just never said it like that. Does anyone know how to cut this in half additively? What the shit do you mean, Jeff? I mean, what two things add to be 100? What do you do to 100 to figure that out? What do you do to 100 to cut it in half? You divide it by. All right, so we've already got something that means cut something in half additively. Do you guys understand now what I mean by that? To cut something in half additively is to say what two things add to be this. Square roots cut things in half multiplicatively. What two things multiply to be this? Does that make sense? Does anyone care?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So 10, does that mean that's the distance between the shell casings?
No, times 3.
Times 3, I love it. So the shell casings were actually 30 feet apart. Jeff, what is this word? I don't know. And that could be very useful information for somebody investigating a shooting, correct? I don't know why, but just because. Okay, maybe. All right, so let's keep going. I'm going to clear all this away. You guys ready? All right, so let's get into, look at all this beautiful stuff. Jeff, you could do this. There you go, buddy. Let's see, let's do this. Let's take a look at this. God, I forgot this question's in here. Don't worry about number 1. Well, did I get, yeah, I guess I did, didn't I? Well, let's try to do number 1 together. Why not? Do you guys remember pie charts? You guys, somebody remember how many total degrees there is in a circle?
360.
360. Right, so it starts at 0 degrees. If we go all the way around, wah, that's 360 degrees. So how could I figure out how many degrees, what's the angle, how many degrees if I go 47% of the way around? I go 47% of the way.
47 times 0.47 times 60.
There it is. 47% of 360. I like it. And then whatever the hell that is. So I just did
360. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're fine. All right, and this is a couple of calculator problems. What? Oh, the square. Good Lord. I was reading that wrong. I'm like, how the hell do they want you to do it? Can somebody, does that problem freak you out? What's the square of this? I don't know why my cue got all weird. What's the square of this? Well, let's see. What's the square of 4?
2.
No. Listen to me very carefully. I didn't say the square root. I said the square. What do you get when you square 4?
16.
There we go. What's the square of 7?
49.
49. I like it. And think about it. What's the relationship here? How is 4 related to 16? 4 is half of 16 multiplicatively. Are you guys with me? Don't come at me with half of 16 is 8, Jeff. No, half of 16 is 8 additively. Half of 16 is 4 multiplicatively. Oh, shit. So can somebody figure out what's the square of the square root of 7? The square of 4 is 16 because 4 is half of 16 multiplicative. Square of 7 is 49 because 7 is half of 49 multiplicatively. What is the square root of 7 half of multiplicatively? By definition. Ooh, I'm hitting you with it all on Monday morning. What's the square root symbol mean again? What's the square root of 9?
Three,
Why?
because 3 times itself is 9.
And because the square root symbol asks you to cut 9 in half, correct?
Yep.
Multiplicatively, correct?
Yep.
What is 3 squared?
9. No,
What? What? Are you guys all right out there? Of course 3 squared is 9. What happened? Stay with me. What's up? Sorry.
oh geez, sorry. Mental blockage.
That's all right. That's all right. Now stay with me. Stay with me. All right. We just said 3 squared is 9, correct? Correct?
Correct.
What does this say? What's 3? What's 3 also known as?
Square of 9.
9. So what's the square root of 9 squared? Freaking 9, because that's just 3. Yes, maybe. Maybe.
I see.
And now watch this. How would you tell me how is squaring something related to square rooting something? What's one word you could tell me that would say what those are related to each other? Squaring something versus square rooting something.
Square.
No, sort of like adding 7 and subtracting 7. What kind of operations are those? If I add 7 versus subtract 7, are they the same? Is adding 7 the same as subtracting 7?
No, opposite to each other.
Opposite to each other now. Squaring something versus square rooting something.
Opposite. Okay.
Opposites. Don't they kill each other then?
Mhm.
If I add 7 and then subtract 7, don't those cancel each other? Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
If you gave me $7 and then took it back,
Yeah.
I'm right back to where I was. So what is the square of the square root of 7? Anybody?
7.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So what is what's the square root of 11 squared?
11.
Freaking 11. Is everybody with me? If now watch this. What's the square root of 7? It's half of 7. Is everybody okay with me saying that? Half of 7 multiplicatively, right?
Mhm.
So what do I get when I have 2 of them? I get freaking 7. Of course I do, because one of them is half of 7. So 2 of them is 7. Is that cool? I mean, this is what math is. And I don't think a lot of people are explained sufficiently what the symbols mean. If you don't fully understand what the symbols mean, you can't do as much with them. That only makes sense. And I have no idea if anybody is interested or if most of you are just bored. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to clear all this. Clear. Okay. So anyway, I try to help you a little bit out with some of those. Now, the next section, and let me do this. I'm going to show you a boring ass website that I love. Doesn't this sound exciting so far? You're building it up so big, Jeff. Oh shit, there it is. Okay. All right, let's take a look. All right. There it is. Isn't this is a thing of beauty? Wait a minute, let me see what's am I in the right screen? Yeah, okay. I have so many freaking, well, I only have 2 monitors, but that's all it takes. So for example, I mean, you got presidential job approval, right? So I don't know which camp you're in, and I don't give a shit. US satisfaction. Let's see, what do you guys want to look at? Look at all these topics. You got politics, you got economy, you got world, you got education is somewhere. You want to look at education? You want to look at COVID-19? No, let's not. That's enough of that. All right, let's just look at this one. US satisfaction. Oh, I don't know. What's going to show me some more information? Let's see. I don't know if you guys are. Oh no, this is way too much shit. I don't want all this. I'm sorry. Good Lord. Oh, neat. All right, let's do this. U.S. support for vaccination proof varies by activity. If you're going to get on a plane now, would you be upset? All right, this might get me in trouble. I don't care. Would you be upset if they required you to show proof of vaccination to get on a plane?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Yes.
You would be upset? Okay. So you could argue it's a bit of an invasion of privacy, but you can also argue that if they know I'm vaccinated, then I know everybody else is vaccinated on the plane. But I mean, there's two different ways to go. There's the privacy issue versus whatever. And of course, private companies can do whatever the hell they want to. But let's see. The main thing I want to show you. So here's travel by airplane, right? They kind of break it down. So dining at a restaurant seems to be less people think that you need to show vaccination. But as you go up, stay in a hotel, go to your work site, attend events with large crowds, travel by airplane, it kind of goes up. But the main thing I want to show you is right down here at the bottom. So how did they get this? How did they get this information? Does anyone, do you guys understand what I'm showing you right now? So right now, let's say, for example, 57% travel by airplane. What does that mean? 57% of what?
The random sample
Good.
of people they chose.
I love it. Look at that. So of course they didn't talk to everybody because did Gallup call you? Did Gallup call any of you?
I didn't get a call.
No, I didn't get a call either. I never have gotten a call. So it must be fake, Jeff. Shut up. You know how many people there are in America? All right, sorry. So if you go to the bottom, I love Gallup for this. Oh, please tell me that. Survey methods. Random sample of 3,731 adults aged 18 and older. Ooh, who are members of the Gallup panel. Now, why would that be a red flag?
They're biased towards maybe a certain political leaning or something
And
like
try
that.
to explain, yeah, because I don't know what the Gallup panel is. So that's a little troublesome when I read that. But then they say Gallup uses probability-based random sampling methods to recruit its panel members. So it makes you feel a little bit better. And I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit deep into.
That's kind of vague though, isn't it?
Very true. That's why I said a little bit better. Because you're still like, well, who said yes? Who said no? Is there, anyway, so I'm going a little deep into verifying that your sample is actually representative of the population. Because I have a feeling most of you guys probably plan on taking statistics next. Is this true? No? Is anyone going to take 120
Yes.
out of curiosity? I think I asked that in my survey, but I haven't looked at it in a while. Anybody taking Math 120 next?
No, I'm taking life statistics, I think, or something. The like psychology.
Oh, Psych 215?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's basically 160 with, it's basically statistics with more psychological applications. Everybody else taking 160 out there? You guys with me? Statistics? Is everybody taking statistics next? Do you have any, is anybody not sure what the hell they're taking next? Is anybody, sorry, go ahead.
Not sure.
Not sure. Is anybody like, don't talk to me about next. I just want to pass this class, Jeff. All right. Right. No. All right. So you're going to talk extensively about in statistics. If you do take it, even in 120, if you take 120, there is a portion that talks about statistics and probability. So you will talk about types of samples, what's good, what's bad, how to fight biases and so forth. And so anyway, so the main thing I want to show you is this. Read this sentence: for results based on any individual sample, the margin of sampling error is plus or minus 2 percentage points at the 95% confidence level. All right. So let's focus on this right here. There's a little too much, plus or minus 2 percentage points. So what that means is all these percentages they got, is 62 the true percentage of everybody? No. It could be between what and what? So plus or minus 2 percentage points.
Between 60 and 64.
Exactly. This one reported statistic could actually be from 60 to 64. Let me stop for a minute. Is that cool? Did any of you stay with me now? I have no idea. I think a lot of you guys might have gone back to bed. Did any of you pay any attention to polls before the last presidential election? Or maybe not even on purpose. It just was thrust into your face. Anybody?
All the time.
All the time? Nobody else?
It was thrusted in my face.
Yeah, so you saw them. Yeah, you go to some website or something, and all of a sudden it's like a little graph of a little chart of who's going to vote for who, and you're like, I don't want to know. I just want it to be over.
It was inescapable.
Yeah, yeah. Every time that there's a report about percentages who are going to do something from a sample, you will see at the bottom plus or minus 2, 3, 4%. Has anybody ever seen that any time about anything before? Plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4%. Has anyone ever seen that in relation to anything? You don't have to say yes just to make me feel better, but no, none of you. Well, everybody can say yes now because I just showed it to you. So no, they always, it kind of makes sense. If they didn't say this and they just reported this, they're claiming that they know it's exactly 62. Of course they can't claim that, because did they talk to every American?
No.
No, or at least every American likely voter, let's say. No, they definitely didn't, because I was a likely voter. I voted, they didn't talk to me. Damn it, so it's all fake. No stuff. So they, every time you see something reported from a sample, they have to somewhere at least say this. How certain are they about what they found? You would hope they would also tell you who they talked to and so forth, right? The fact that this is 3,700 makes me feel good. The fact that it's some members of this makes me feel not so good. The fact that they tell me how I get on there makes me feel a little bit better. But I mean, if you, no, stay with me. I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot today. I'm sorry. If you don't even know to look for these things, you have no idea how to check if you can trust something that's being shown to you. There are, oh my God, dude, there's a lot of misinformation about percentage of people that survived COVID, for example. And I see people throwing these percentages out. And I ask, where did you get that from? From a Facebook post. Oh, God help me. What was the study that was done? Who did they look at? What does it mean? Do you understand what the percentage means? Anyway, sorry. I could go off on a huge rant about that. So let's do this. What we're going to do today is we're actually going to look at the formula that gives you what the plus or minus is. Where did Gallup get 2 from? Why was it plus or minus 2 and not plus or minus 3? So let me ask you this. Is 3,731 people a big sample? What do you think? 3,731 adults. Is that a big or a small sample?
Big.
Good. Big. That's huge. Huge. So most of their polls are somewhere around 1,200 people. So this is 3 times as big as their normal poll. People will often tell me, well, 3,700 is not that big because there's 300 something million Americans. But to be representative of the population, you don't need to get that many. 3,000 is huge. You only need about 1,000 to really feel confident about what you find. All right, I'm talking a lot today. I'm sorry. It's kind of your job, Jeff. Oh yeah, that's right. So let's take a look at here. No idea why they have Bigfoot up here. All right. I don't like this group thing they're doing. It's crap. Go away. Go away. It's crap. All right. So the margin of error for a poll is a statistical measure that provides a range of values that the true outcome of the poll is likely to be. Okay, so they got this wrong. It's all right. The poor little book. Let me give you the correct definition. So if I say that the percentage of Americans that like pizza is between 81 and 87%, then I'm saying that in a 95% confidence. Oh shit, there's so many parts to this. I'm saying that I'm 95% confident that this interval catches the real percentage of everybody. So if I did a survey, if I surveyed some Americans, and from my survey, I found 84% of them said they like pizza. You with me? How many people here don't, anybody here doesn't like pizza? Out of curiosity. Okay, all right, just want to find out. Maybe I'm talking to 4 people right now. I don't know. So in the sample, I got 84%. That doesn't mean that 84% of all Americans like pizza. So I am 95% confident that this interval contains the real percentage. I mean, that's good to tell people. So, I mean, now let me ask you this. If I told you I'm 95% confident that you will make an 80 on the final, right? How does that make you feel? 95% confident that you'll make an 80 on the final.
That's good amount.
Very confident.
Yes.
Here's the problem. That's not enough information. What if I told you that I'm 95% confident that the interval 60 to 100 captures the real grade on the final that you're going to make? What's in the middle of 60 and 100?
80.
80.
So I think it's 80. Can anybody tell me how off I think I am? What's the plus or minus that I did?
Plus or minus 20.
Holy shit. Now, how does this make you feel? If I tell you this extra information,
Not
you feel
confident.
good. Yeah, you feel sucky now. All right, sorry. This is not true, by the way, obviously, because I'm talking to too many people to have this be anybody. Now listen to me, listen. Just telling you what I got from a sample somehow. I don't know how I would get this, but if I just tell you what I got from a sample, that's not enough information. If I give you an interval, that's more. Now, what if I told you, what if the interval was actually 77 to 83? How do you feel now? What's my plus or minus there? $77 to 83. What's my plus or minus?
6.
No, come on. Not
Plus
6.
minus 3.
3. So be careful. I know it's 6 all the way across, but it's really how far from the middle does it get? It's
Oh, yeah.
80 plus 3 and 80 minus 3. So it's plus or minus 3. Are you guys okay out there? Doesn't this interval make you feel better?
So,
Yes.
so basically what you're saying is that you're splitting the difference.
Sort of, but I really, so if one teacher said this to you and another teacher said this to you, it's obvious the answer to this question, but which one is more confident about what they're saying to you? They both say this, right? They both say this, but one of them's got this interval and the other one's got this interval. Who is more certain?
The one on the bottom.
Yes. I like it. And I know this is weird because they're both 95% confident, but the error is so much bigger in this one. I'm 95% confident between a 60 and 100. I don't give a shit how confident you are. I'm 100% confident it's going to be between 0 and 100. Is that useful? No, it's bullshit. Yay, you just described everything that could happen. Maybe I get a negative if I like hit Jeff with my car on purpose. I might get a negative grade. Don't try that, by the way. Let's see if that's true. There he is. All right. So what I'm trying to tell you right now is the reason that people in articles and journal stuff and statistical analysis, the reason they give confidence intervals is because then I can quickly determine how certain they are about what they found. This teacher is much more certain than this teacher is. All right. So let's talk about what's the formula to find this. All right, let me clear all this away. Clear. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. All right, look at this. Oh boy, what is happening? Oh no, this is horrible. All right. This is a true thing, by the way. I remember looking this up. The public policy polling released the results of a poll of 532 people. Of those respondents, 181 supported a particular candidate for the presidency in 2016. Out of those people, 41% were in favor of bombing Agrabah, which is a fictional country from Aladdin. All right. Yep. All right. Now, this isn't exactly what I want to hear, but let me see if they use, yes, they do use the right symbols. I love it. I love it. So obviously, what's the percentage they found from the sample?
41.
41%. And that would actually get the symbol P hat. You gotta love it. P is a percentage. If it's got a little hat on it, it means it came from a sample. Guys, so if I just had P equals 10%, that means it came from a population. P with a little hat on it. So you do call this P hat. That is that guy's name. That guy's name is P hat. That means it came from a sample. So P hat here would be 0.4. Was it 1? I can't see. Dang it. Yes, okay. Now this is a little bit evil, because this problem is for some reason evil. I have no idea why they made this problem evil. Can somebody tell me how many people that 41% comes from?
Would that be of the 532?
See, and that's why this problem is evil. No, it isn't. It's from the 181. Do you see that? Among those
Okay.
folks, yes, I don't know why they made this problem so evil. They gave multiple numbers, but what letter do you hope I would use? Everybody stay with me. What letter would you hope I would use to represent the number of people in my sample?
N.
Yeah, okay. I was waiting to see if a smart ass would talk up. I would like to use the letter W. All right. So N, I've already forgotten again, and I can't see it. All right, get out of the way. 181. Okay. Is everybody with me on how I got those things? Can you identify those things in a problem? Yes, you should be able to. The sample percentage and the number of people. This one's a little bit evil. So let's take a look at the formula now. So there's a formula for creating the plus or minus number, right? The plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3. This is kind of nice. I could just pull up here with all my stuff that I know. Let's see if I can make this nice. Yes, sort of nice. Okay, so here's that formula. Doesn't that look freakadelic? That is so freakadelic. Now, if you're going to take statistics, they will explain to you where this 2 comes from. I will very quickly tell you If I wanted to be more confident, that number would be higher than 2. If I want to be less confident, that number would be lower than 2. So the 2 actually comes from the fact that I want a 95% confidence. I have no idea if you guys are still with me or not. All right. And so this is really a problem about, can you plug this in your calculator correctly? That's really all this is. So let's see what this looks like. So this would be 2 times the square root. P hat is 0.41. What is 1 minus P hat? What is 1 minus 0.41? What's a dollar minus 41 cents? Anybody? What's a dollar minus 41 cents? What's 1 minus 0.41?
59.
59. And we identified N as being 181. Can everybody take a minute? This is going to be a little tricky. Let me just see. Everybody try to plug that in whatever calculator you're using, whatever device you've got to calculate stuff. Try to plug that in there. And let's compare what we get. Ooh. Ooh, ouch. Is everybody trying that in your calculator? Let me know if you get an answer.
Oh. Yeah, I got, I think, 0.0018, something like that. Let me see.
That needs a little bit of work. Anybody else get something different? The more basic your calculator is, the harder it's going to be to do this correctly. Nobody else got something different? Anybody else get anything?
It's about 0.0731154.
There it is. Yeah, we'll just go out to, we'll just make it plus or minus 7%, but it does go 311.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now let's talk about how to put that in calculator correctly. So we got this written down. I'm gonna stop sharing so I can show you what I put in my calculator. The biggest mistake people make is they don't get all of these in the square root. So let me show you on my TI calculator what I did. I'm gonna stop sharing. Here we go. All right. Let me see if I can make this look right. All right, Jeff, here we go, buddy. Where's this at? There it is. All right, let me do several things at once. There we go. You guys see at the bottom of the screen there? So in a TI calculator or a scientific calculator, it's so much easier to make sure that the square root is covering all of this. Do you guys see that? The biggest mistake somebody makes is they don't get, Jeff, they don't get all of these in the square root. Am I sharing my screen at the moment?
No, no, you're
that's
not.
good. That's helpful. All right, hold on.
So it's like super out of focus though.
I know. Hold on. Hold on. It's because I got it focused.
Oh man.
Hey. All right, where?
Oh boy. Hello, Fuzz.
Wait a minute. No, I don't have to share my screen. You guys see my calculator, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, that's why it's out of focus, because I had to focus my calculator. Okay. Ah! All right, hold on. Oh no, it's the wrong button. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I probably look better, a little blurry, little touch up on Jeff here. Okay. Is anybody not able to get that answer in your calculator? Let me know now. Oh, Trish, what kind of calculator do you have, Trish? Oh, okay. All right, I still have no idea where I have that exact calculator. I just don't know, but let me do this. My computer calculator should be roughly equivalent. All right. So does everybody see my calculator?
Yes.
Yes.
Later. Okay, so it's 2 times. I never used this thing, so I have no idea. Square. Oh shit. So this is even worse. All right, you're not a scientific calculator. You stupid thing. All right, so I can't use this. Someday I gotta find my calculator. All right, can you show it to me, Trisha, on your screen, what you put in there? We're all zoomed in on you. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think it's because the square root didn't go all the way across.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
But
you were
yours
saying that-
probably, when you put a square symbol, does it have a parenthesis that is there? When you hit the square root symbol, doesn't it have a parenthesis?
One that has a parenthesis, and then I have another one that has like an X in front of it.
Oh yeah, don't use that one. All right.
Okay, so that's the one that I used.
The one with the X on it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't want that one.
Okay.
So let me say this. If you have a scientific calculator, what you should probably need to put in there is 2 times square root parenthesis, and then you're going to put 0.41 times 0.59 divided by 181. Is that what it was? Look at me remembering numbers. Do not, I really want you guys to stay with me. If you close this parenthesis too soon, you're outside of the square root. So if I put in there 2 times the square root of 0.41 and then close a parenthesis, this is the only thing that's in the square root symbol. That's bad. See, now I'm outside. So then I'm doing 2 square root of 0.41 times 0.59 divided by 180. See, it's only this that's underneath there. I want you guys with me. So if you have a parenthesis that opens up here, do not close it until you get everything in there that's supposed to be in the square root.
Okay, I gotcha.
Okay, and again, it's got to come out to be 0.0735, whatever the hell it was. Okay. So what this means is, where is this problem at? How far did I go? Where am I? Oh, here we go. What this means is that this is the plus or minus for 7%. We're plus or minus 7%. So we are 41%, give or take 7%. Oh, let me see. What the hell are they talking about here? Yeah. Somebody with me? So 41%, give or take 7%. I like it. So that's the formula where we get the plus or minus from. Is this formula right here? Now, let me ask you this. Can you guys tell me, think about this. If n gets bigger, what happens to this whole thing? If n gets bigger, which means my sample size gets bigger, what happens to this
Whole thing gets smaller.
whole thing gets smaller? Because I'm dividing by a number that's getting bigger and bigger, which means the whole thing gets smaller. Now think about it. Doesn't that make sense? The larger the sample is, the smaller your error gets. In statistics, is it better to have a bigger sample?
Yes.
Yes. Now we know why. I mean, we've actually always known why, but now we have mathematical proof of why. It's because then the error in what you find gets smaller if you have a larger sample. So in that Gallup poll, it had 3,700 people they talked to. That's why their error was all the way down to 2. That's a pretty small error. Error is normally like 3 or 4 or something percent. Why was the error here so huge? We got 7% error here, didn't we? We got plus or minus 7%. Why was it so big here? What's the sample size here?
Because the sample size was small.
Yeah, the 181
It was
people.
181.
Yeah, tiny sample. There's actually a fine sample, but it's going to lead to large errors, right? But it's still an okay sample, to be honest. But it's still, that's why we got this big old 7% error. Okay. So going back, remember that thing I was talking about with the teachers? And one of them said 60 to 100. And the other one said 77 to 83. Which one do you think took a bigger sample?
The bottom one.
Second. Yeah, second.
Yeah, I would put all my money on the fact that this guy took a bigger sample. Okay. All right. Clear that away. All right. Bop, bop, bop. Let's see. Anything else interesting here? Barfity, barfity, barf. All right, let's see. No, I don't like any of this. Barfity, barfity, barf. Oh, sorry, hold on. Let me find some. I'm going to make my own problem. These all suck. All right, here we go. All right, perfect. Let me make one more problem, then we'll call it a day. Get you guys excited. Let's say we talk to, we tack, we talk, we tack. We speak to 298 people and find 35 of them saw the new Aladdin. Right, the one with Will Smith. Did anybody here see the new Aladdin with Will Smith as the genie?
Yes, multiple times.
Anybody else?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'm a freak. I never saw it. I don't really have much. I don't really want to, but okay. So maybe we'll say 135. There we go. So make that 135. So we speak to 298 people, and we find that 135 of them saw the new Aladdin. Is everybody with me? Not much has happened yet. Now, think about this for a minute. Well, somebody tell me what N is. Oh, I got a chat. Never saw it, never. Okay, you and me both. What is N in this problem?
135.
298.
Yeah, N is always the total number that I'm going to base things on. So 298 is the total number of people I talk to. How are you going to find out the sample percentage now? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, very true. I agree. How do I find out? Can somebody just look at the sentence? How would you get a percentage from what I told you here? What percentage could you develop? Come on, guys. How many people saw it?
13.5.
No, don't tell me the answer. Tell me how to get it. Don't just
Percent of 135.
That doesn't make any sense. All right. Maybe you're saying the right thing. How many people saw the new Aladdin in this sample?
135.
Out of how
135.
many people? Out of how many people?
298.
There, that's it. 135 out of 298. That is how I get a percentage from any group. It's the part divided by the whole. That's what percentages are. That's it. R. So 135 out of 298. What is that? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I don't think so. Can somebody just do that? What is 135 divided by 298?
0.453.
I like it. So what is 1 minus that? You want to see a cool trick? Sorry. It can't be that cool because it's a math trick. You ready? Watch this. What number makes this 9 right here? What number would make this 9?
5.
5. All right. 0.5. What number would make this 9?
4.
4. And then the last one, what makes it 10?
7.
7. All right. Can you somebody check that out for me? What is 1 minus 0.453? What do you get in your calculator?
0.549 or 7.
There we
It's
go.
just 6.9.
0.547. I love it. No, nobody gives a shit. So if I had to do 1 minus 0.1813, I would do that. What makes that 9? 8. What makes that 9? 1. What makes that 9? 8. What makes that 10? 7. Bam. All right. Nobody cares. All right. So now I can do the formula for the error. I got everything I need. It's 2 times the square root of p hat 1 minus p hat over n. So that'll be 2 times the square root of 0.453 times 0.547 divided by, what was it, 298. All right, let's see if everybody can do this now. Do this one thing for me, and then we'll call it a day. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, Eileen. Just let me know if you get that answer.
All right. I got 0.0574.
Interesting. Wonder what you put in
I don't know
there.
if I don't think I put it in wrong.
I get 0.0576, but either way, it's 0.058 if you round to the third place, right? 453, 547, 298. Yeah, I put everything in there, right? So that's weird. You got really close. I don't know why it isn't right.
I have a
That's-
TI calculator.
So do I. 453, 547, 298. Yeah. All right. So 0.058. All right. I don't think anybody's going to speak up unless, well, anybody not able to
I have 4, but
say again?
4.
4. What do you mean?
I don't know. And say false. I don't know, but
4 false.
yes,
Oh, you're doing some weird stuff in your calculator.
crazy.
You're doing some
Yeah.
logic stuff. I don't know why. All right. So part of your homework is to try to find out how to get something like this in your calculator correctly. All right. So write this down on a piece of paper and keep trying until you get 0.0576 something. So 0.058. All right. And then tomorrow I'll try to see if I can find my other calculator and maybe we can go over the right way to put stuff in if you're still having trouble. Okay. But for today, I think that's a good place to stop. Let me know if you need to hang out afterwards. Otherwise, you are free to go.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Have a good day.
You too. Everybody else good?
Hey, Professor, I just have one more question.
Yeah.
So how many points is the homework count?
So on the syllabus, I say it's a part of the quiz group work, right? So just to cut to the chase, work ends up counting 5% of your overall work.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Would love to make that 0%, but one semester I did that. Nobody did homework and they all died on the first test. So I've never done it since. So it's always worth something. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor.
Sure. Okay, I'm out of here. See you guys.